Hi, this is Harshita. Welcome to this tutorial on exploring contact details retrieval in Android using content providers. In today's mobile-driven world, managing contact details efficiently is crucial for many applications. In this video, I'll be demonstrating how to retrieve contact details using content providers in Android Studio. Before we dive into the coding part, let's first understand what content providers are in the context of Android development. Content providers act as a bridge between an application and data stored either by the application itself or by other applications. In simpler terms, they serve as a central repository for managing shared data, such as contact details, between different apps. Think of content providers as the gatekeepers of data, ensuring that information is accessed and modified securely and efficiently across various parts of an Android ecosystem. By using content providers, developers can implement functionalities to retrieve, insert, update, and delete data in a standardized and secure manner. The benefits of using content providers are manifold. They promote data encapsulation and decoupling, allowing for cleaner and more maintainable code. Moreover, they facilitate data sharing between apps while ensuring data integrity and security. Overall, content providers are essential components in the Android framework for building robust and scalable applications. Now, let's start with the code. We'll be looking at three files: main.activity.java, activity_main.xml file, and android_manifest.xml file. First, we'll start with main.activity.java file. Here, this line declares the package name for our Java class. Packages help organize and categorize code, preventing naming conflicts. Next, we import the necessary classes and packages used in the main activity class. These imports include permissions for handling, logging, accessing contacts, and other necessary Android components. Here, we declare the main activity class, which extends app_compact_activity, a base class for activities that use the modern Android components and features while providing backward compatibility. OnCreate method is the entry point of the activity. It initializes the activity and sets the content view to the layout defined in the activity_main.xml file. This method is triggered when the button defined in the XML layout is clicked. It calls the getPhoneContacts method to fetch the contacts. In getPhoneContacts, we first check if the app has permission to read contacts. If not, it requests the necessary permission from the user. We then get a content resolver instance, which provides access to the content model. The URI is set to the phone contacts URI, and a query is made to fetch all contact data. We check if the cursor is not null and log the total number of contacts retrieved. If there are contacts, this loop iterates through each contact, retrieves the name and phone number, and logs them. Next, we look into the activity_main.xml file. This is the root layout that arranges its children in relative positions. This attribute makes the layout width match the parent width, which is the screen width. This attribute makes the layout height match the parent height, which is the screen height. This attribute specifies the activity context for previewing in design mode. This button is centered horizontally and has a top margin of 200 dp. This attribute makes the button's width wrap around its content, and this makes the button's height wrap around its content. This attribute sets the button's text, while this centers the button horizontally. This attribute sets the top margin for the button. This sets the method to be called when the button is clicked. Finally, there's android_manifest.xml file. Manifest is the root element of the Android manifest file. This attribute specifies the XML namespace for Android and package specifies the package name of the application. These lines request the necessary permissions for reading and writing contacts. Uses permission Android name Android permission dot read contacts. This permission allows the app to read the user's contacts. Write underscore contacts. This permission allows the app to write to the user's contacts. This application element contains application-wide settings. Android allow backup equal to true allows the app's data to be backed up, and this line specifies rules for data extraction. Android full backup content, this line specifies the backup rules. Android icon sets the app's launcher icon. Android label, this line sets the app's label, while this sets the round icon of the app, and this supports right to left layouts. Android theme sets the app's theme, and this targets API level 31 for design tools. Let's now run the app in the emulator to see it in action. When we click the button, we should see the contacts being logged in the logcat. That's it for this tutorial. Today, we've learned about content providers and how to use them to retrieve contact details in an Android application. We covered the necessary permissions, writing the code to query contacts, and running the app to see the results. I hope you found this video helpful, and thank you for watching.